What's going on, friends? I'm Sean Pierce Johnson, and welcome to Stompbox Saturday. I'm very excited to show you all the Way Huge Supa-Lead Overdrive Mark III. Inside this beautiful black anodized aluminum enclosure, or at least that's what I think it's made out of, is a 3-knob overdrive juggernaut, giving us all the gooey, beautifully saturated and abrasive British rock tones that basically defined rock guitar of a certain era. 3 controls, volume, drive, and tone are all we really need to worry about in this one, and quite frankly, what more do you need from an overdrive pedal than that? Top jack maximalists are going to be very happy because all audio and power jacks are on the top of the enclosure, as they are on all Way Huge pedals. But anyway, it's time to plug this thing in. One of the things that really sticks out to me about the Supa-Lead is the fact that no matter what guitar you plug into it, the guitar sounds like itself. You plug a Les Paul in, it sounds like a Les Paul plugged into a good rockin' Marshall amplifier. Plug a Strat, Telecaster, whatever. So I would like to do that, is show you how the voice of each guitar comes through. We'll switch between the Strat, the Tele, and the Les Paul for each of them. One of the things that I really enjoy about the Supa-Lead is how raw the tones feel and how raw they sound. I sometimes feel like the refining of distortion pedals over the last few decades to get you very record-ready guitar tones, while great and I take advantage of on an almost daily basis, there's some magic about having something that's a bit rough around the edges. It causes you to use your hands and use your volume and tone controls in a way that you may not otherwise do. Something that breaks you out of the repeating pattern, if you will. And I am very glad that I have this experience. And with that, let's just have some fun. Let's play some music, come up with a few different settings, and, well, you know what we do. With this particular setting on the Supa-Lead, what comes to mind is the idea of helping add some character, some of that great gritty breakup that happens on lower gain settings with certain types of British amplifiers that just make the guitar sound a little bit more muscly. I could picture this being a component sound with, say, a more F-style amplifier for like a certain era of SRV type of rig, but by itself, it is very pleasing. So let's take a listen. This particular setting brings to mind the idea of running a fuzz into the front end of a cranked amplifier. And thankfully, we get this all out of one pedal. And there you have it, my friends, the Supa-Lead Overdrive Mark III from Way Huge. A black and gold box of British beauty is how I would describe this thing. I love the fact that it feels kind of unrefined. I really feel like we need to do more about bringing classic tones into the modern age. We need to get younger players more excited about these things that essentially built the foundation that so much of guitardom stands on to this day. We need to acknowledge our history, we need to remember our history, and we need to also not erase certain things from history. With this, I feel like we have an encapsulation of some of the raw aggression that those early rock and roll, hard rock guitar tones, it gave us and got so many different people excited. people that pushed boundaries, people that created original things and essentially helped inspire generations after generations to pick up the 6-string, the 7-string, the 8-string, the 9-string, the 12-string. Having said all that, if you have any other questions about the Supa-Lead that I didn't address here in this video, just leave a comment below and let me know what they are. I'll do my best to get back to each and every one of you. Of course, you could just leave a comment if you enjoyed the video. That's always a nice thing to see. And I thank you for spending part of your day with me and watching this whole video. If you would like to help the channel grow and support what I do, clicking the subscribe button and ringing the notification bell is the easiest thing that you can do. It doesn't cost you anything, but trust me, it really does help the channel out a lot. But if you want to go a bit beyond that, join my email club. I send links just like this to the... Having said all that, if there's anything about the Supa-Lead that I didn't address in this video that you would like to know, or you just want to let me know whether you liked the video or not, leave them all in the comments section down below and I'll do my best to reply to as many of you as possible. And I thank you for spending part of your day with me and watching this video. It really does mean a lot. If you'd like to support what I do here on the channel and the content I create, just click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. A very simple and easy thing to do, but trust me, it means a lot in terms of the YouTube algorithm. But if you want to go a bit beyond that, join my email club. You'll be the first to get links to every video that I post here on the channel, but I'll also keep you in the loop on what's going on here on the channel and in my musical world and whether or not I'm playing a gig anywhere near you anytime soon. But if you'd like to go a bit beyond that, you can use the affiliate links I have in the description box down below. Whether it's a large purchase or a small one, it doesn't matter to me. I get a small commission back from each of those sales to help fund everything that I do here on the channel, and each and every one of them adds up over time and is an incredible thing for me. Thank you so much. Until we see each other again, I'm Sean Pierce Johnson, wishing you all watching great tone, great health, and happy stomping. Cheers, friends. God bless.